All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are going to start class this morning. Lie on our backs. So you're going to want a towel or a yoga blanket. Since it's still spring, we still have lots of allergies going on, even though it's officially summer. Here's now that we have passed Memorial Day. So get your blanket out. We're going to be lying on the blankets. You're going to have your blanket down the middle of your spine. So you're going to want a long roll. So get your towel or blanket and get it nice and long. Roll it up. It doesn't have to be very tall. Just have a nice long roll. Then fold the top of it so that you've got a little pillow. Put it at the top of your blanket or wherever you're going to lie down. Make sure that you don't want to be sitting on the blanket, so you want it short enough to where you don't have your entire sacrum and buttocks on the blanket. So if it's short enough, drop it right here at the edge. Come to lying on it so you get a nice pillow. Find yourself a nice little comfortable position. Your shoulders should be hanging off of your towel blanket. You can have your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor if you like. Pick your hips up, shift around, get comfortable. And then bring your arms out to the side with your palms open. Want your palms nice and open, facing the ceiling. This is going to open up your chest and open up your shoulders. Also, lying on your back on the little roll, going vertically down your spine, helps open up the rib cage, drops it down, expands it up a little bit so that your lungs have more room to expand as well. So let's take a great big inhale. And exhale, side out. Let it go. Another great big inhale. Exhale, side out. And down. Bring your awareness to the breath. Begin to inhale and exhale through the nose if that's available to you. If not, you can gently purse your lips, just like you're going to blow out a candle or give someone a kiss on the cheek, and gently inhale and exhale through the small hole in your mouth there. As you inhale, feel that belly rise and fill up with air, expanding. As you exhale, the belly falls. You're not trying to control the breath right now, just noticing it, checking in with it. Just letting that belly rise as you inhale and the belly fall as you exhale. Relax your shoulders. Let them drop. Feel the opening in the chest. We're going to begin to extend the inhales and exhales in just a moment. We're going to inhale deeply to a count of 4. And we're going to exhale completely to a count of 6. So let's exhale the breath all the way out. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, belly rises, 3, 4. Exhale, belly falls. 3, 4. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 more. Inhale deeply. 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Letting your breath come back to its natural rhythm again. No tension, tightness, or holding. Relaxing for a moment. Letting the breath just come and go. Bringing the hands back to the belly for a moment, letting the hands rest on the belly. Letting those shoulders relax just a moment. And then rolling off one side or the other, off of that towel or blanket, and moving it out of the way. And then come on your back for just a moment. Shifting those hips, getting everything nice and comfortable. Making sure you've got that nice little natural curve of your spine. You don't want to be pressing the lower back into the mat. So again, shifting your hips, lifting them up, whatever you need to. And now let's bring the legs flat down on the mat. And let's inhale that right knee to the chest, grasp it behind the thigh, and squeeze to the chest a little bit again, not letting that lower back press into the legs. And hold here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose if that's available. Lifting that leg straight up to the ceiling. Begin pointing and flexing those toes. And let's do a few ankle rolls in one direction. And ankle rolls in the other direction. And then bring that foot back to a neutral position. I want you to take a great big inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, I want you to lift the head and shoulders up off the mat. Run your hand up that leg. And then exhale, reach your chin towards the knee. So your forehead reaches towards the toes. And breathe. And then slowly release and lower that right leg to the mat. Inhale that left knee to the chest, grasping behind the thighs, squeezing, holding here for a couple of breaths. Again, making sure you've got that nice curve of your spine. You're not pressing that low back into the mat. Just take a couple of breaths here. Lifting that leg straight up to the ceiling. Begin pointing and flexing the toes. Ankle circles, ankle rolls one direction, and then the other. And then letting the leg just be nice and neutral. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, lift the head and shoulders up off the mat, running the hands up the leg. And bringing the chin to the knee and reaching the forehead to the toes. Take a couple of breaths here. And slowly back away and lower that left leg to the mat. And now bending both of those knees, bringing the feet flat on the floor. And again, shifting the hips, making sure you've got that nice curve of your spine. Reach your arms out into a T position. And keeping the feet flat on the floor, take a big inhale. Let's exhale, drop those knees over to the right. Trying to keep both of those shoulders on the mat, gazes up at the ceiling, or gently looking over your left shoulder. Taking a couple of breaths here. Inhale back up to the center. And exhale, reset the hips. Taking an inhale. Exhale, dropping the knees over to the left this time. Gaze is either up at the ceiling or gently looking over the right shoulder to the right fingertips. Whatever feels better to your neck this one. Couple of breaths here. Inhale back up to the center and exhale, reset the hips. Bringing those arms back in, dropping them on the belly again for another moment or two. Letting the shoulders relax again. And then now bringing both knees to the chest, hands behind the thighs. Again, making sure you've got the nice curve of your spine. It's very tempting to press that lower back into the mat to try to get those knees all the way to the chest and lift that tailbone off. But if that's not what you want to leave the tailbone on the floor and cover your spine. So the thighs may not come all the way to the chest. That's perfectly fine. Now, grasping wherever you can, maybe that's in front of the knees, or maybe you want to grasp in the crease and drop those legs out to the side, keeping the knees bent. Opening up the groin area, just a moment here, and breathe, a couple of breaths. Again, remember to keep that nice little natural curve of your spine there. Slowly bringing those legs back together, dropping those feet to the mat. Knees are still bent. I want you to roll over to one side or the other, and we're going to come on over to our hands and knees. So if you need a blanket or a towel to support your knees, to cushion them, please do so. We're going to cat-cow here. So you're going to bring your shoulders over your wrists, and your hips are going to be over your knees for a nice, strong tabletop. Let's inhale, lift the chin up till it's parallel to the floor. You're going to drop the belly and roll the shoulders back. This is cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, arch the spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, using your breath, not mine. You should feel good, opening and closing the spine, getting that spinal fluid moving through the body. You can go as fast or as slow as feels good to you this morning. One more each direction, finishing with your favorite cat or cat. Finding yourself back into a tabletop position. Let's open and close the side body. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hips to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, hand buttocks to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hand right. Inhale, center, exhale, head and buttocks left. And again, a few more on your own here. Opening and closing that side body. Side ribs here. You can feel that, should feel nice. And coming back to your tabletop position, now let's work on the thoracic spine. So I want you to bring your right foot forward, and you're going to come to a half kneeling position here. You want to be in a nice 90-degree angle. So the knee is over the ankle here, and you're still in a nice, long, strong position. If you want to, you can curl the toes for a little foot stretch. Now I want you to bring your hands behind your ears. Let's take a big inhale. And twist over to the right. Let's take a breath here. Inhale. And then exhale back to the center. And again, inhale. Exhale. So right. You should be feeling this stretch in your hip flexor as well. Inhale back to the center. Exhale back to the right again. Hands are behind the ears, not the head. Inhale back to the center. Now this time, exhale over to the left. Inhale back to the center. And exhale over to the left again. Inhale, center. Exhale once more. Inhale back to the center. Exhale back down and switch. You're going to come back to your tabletop position for a moment and then bring that left foot and then come back up to a tall kneeling position. And again, you can curl the toes on the right foot if you want to add a little foot stretch in there. You should already feel the stretch in the hand and your psoas on the right leg. Again, knees over the ankle. Bring your hands on the ears, not the neck. Now, so take your hands behind your head and on your neck, and then bring the hands to behind the ears. And notice the difference, how it's up and your chest, as well as rotates those shoulders down the spine. So let's take a big inhale. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, exhale over to the left. And again, inhale, center, exhale, left. Let's take a breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to the center, exhale over to the right this time. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. And take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale back to the center and exhale, hands down. Now we're going to stay in this tabletop position. I want you to bring your right leg out to the side. So stretch that right leg out to the side, making sure your palms are firmly pressed on the floor. I want you to relax this right thigh. It's natural to try and tense. I want you to relax it. Now bring those toes up. We're just going to hold here for a moment. I want you to curl those toes on that left foot. And then now, if you'd like to, you can drop that foot back down, toes back down. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press the hips and thighs back. And again, make sure this thigh is relaxed. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. Once more, inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back, and take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, pull forward, and exhale, back to your tabletop position. Now curl the toes on that right foot and step that left leg out to the side. Bring the toes up, and again, relax the thigh on the left leg because it's just kind of automatic that you want to tense the leg, so let's relax it. You can drop those toes back down if you'd like, or if you want to keep them up, that's fine too. Take a big inhale, exhale, press the hips and thighs back. Inhale, pull forward, exhale, press back. Inhale, pull forward, exhale, press back. Inhale, pull forward, and exhale, press back and hold for a couple of breaths. Inhale, pull forward, and back to your tabletop position. And now we're fixing to move into our first down dog in the morning. So bring your arms, your hands forward just a little bit in front of your shoulders. Curl those toes. And let's press the hips up to the ceiling for that first downward dog. And breathe. A couple of breaths here. You can pedal those feet out. You can walk your dog. Lift those hips up to the ceiling. Roll out to plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. This time, inhale to plank, and then drop down to your up dog. So flip those toes, roll the shoulders back, and then curl those toes back and press back up, downward facing dog. Now, you can have a wide dog here, or you can shorten your dog, whichever one you want. I'd like for you to take those feet to the edge of the mat so that you've got a wide leg. Now, let's take your right hand and reach that right hand wherever you can. Maybe that's the thigh, maybe that's the calf, maybe it's the ankle. Maybe you just need to reach that hand to the middle of your mat. Whatever you need this morning, looking underneath that left armpit. And breathe. Inhale, back out to your dog. Exhale, left side. Left hand to the right leg, whether that be your thigh, your calf, your ankle. Maybe it's the middle of the floor. Looking underneath that right armpit. Inhale, back out to that dog. Keeping those feet nice and wide, let's slowly walk yourself all the way up to your hands. And then bend those knees as much as you need to get those hands to the floor. And take a couple of breaths here. So feet are nice and wide. I want you to turn those toes out just a little bit, maybe 10 to 15 degrees. And you may want to widen your feet. That's strictly up to you. We're moving into our deep squat malasana. So take a big inhale and exhale. Drop the hips down. Sitting in your deep squat here. Bringing your elbows in between the legs. You want to make sure you're pressing those thighs out. Sitting in here, you can press the palms of your hands together. You can interlace your fingers for a moment. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. Now, let's do a few little rotations. Nice and easy. Don't try to do anything big. Working on some mobility here this morning. And now let's find some stillness. Let's go the other direction. You're kind of shifting your weight from your heels to the balls of the feet as you go around. And let's find some stillness. Now sink back onto those hips, get a nice straight spine. And making sure you've got your feet firmly gripped into the mat, I want you to lift those toes up and see if you can lift those toes up and then still stay seated. Now place that left hand to the floor. I want you to reach that right arm up and open and twist. Staying in that deep squat, keep pressing those knees out. And back down and bring that right hand to the floor. Inhale, left arm, up and open and twist. And sitting back into that squat. And back down. Now, I want you to bring those arms together. We're going to do something very similar without pressing the floor. I want you to help keep pressing those knees out. So our palms are facing each other. Let's inhale, reach straight up and twist. And back down. And again, inhale up and open and twist. And exhale back down. Now, hands to the floor. I want you to straighten those legs. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sink back into that squat again. I want you to reach the arms up. And I want you to press those knees out. And take a big inhale. And then exhale, twist over to the right just a little bit. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms up. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press yourself all the way up. And release and shake it out. Woo. That was intense. It was for me anyway. All right, let's come to the top of our mat. Find our mountain pose. Excellent. Let's inhale those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Press the hips and thighs back. Hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Pressing those hands firmly into the shin. Reach the crown of your head forward. Reach your hips and thighs back. Pressing nice and firmly. Lengthen that spine. And exhale, fold. Hands to the floor. Now, bending those knees as much as you need to get those palms to the floor, or you can have your hands on a block, whichever you need. Now, I want you to get to pedal your feet out here. So lift the heels on that right foot, and then the left, and right, and left, and right. And again, you'll see where sometimes you may need to block, because you may need to be up higher, or your book, whatever you've got, to get those pedals out. And then let's find some stillness. Let's inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bringing the hands down to the side. I want you to step that left leg back. And I want you to make sure that when you step it back, you step it out to the side a little bit, out to the left side, so that the hips stay kind of square. So when you step your foot in and you line it up with the heel on that right foot, your hips shift and twist a little bit. I don't want that. Put your hips nice and square. So step that leg out to the left and then straight back. Now, make sure you keep the heels in line. I don't want the heel turned in for this. We're not in warrior one. We're going to do a high lunge. So I want you to have your hands right here on your hips for a moment. Take a big inhale. And then exhale. I want you to bend that right knee. Now check in. Does this feel stable here, or are you a little off balance? If so, step that foot out a little wider. I want you to get a nice strong stance here. Now bring those palms out to the side. Well, the palms facing each other, so you're kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together. Your knee is over your ankle. You're in a nice strong lunge here. And take a big inhale. Exhale, let's twist over to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist over to the left. This is a big balance, as well as some mobility here. Keep rotating this right thigh out. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let's twist to the right and drop that left elbow to the right thigh. And breathe. Inhale back to the center. And exhale, release. I want you to come up on the ball of that right foot and step that left foot back to the top of the mat. And shake it out. Now we're going to go to the other side. So again, I want you to take, this time I want you to take the right foot and I want you to step it out to the right side a little bit before you step it back. Making sure that heel is nice and in line. I don't want the heel turned in this time. And you can be fairly wide on your mat. If you want to, just run that leg up. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Bend that left knee this time. Make sure you're in your a good stable stance. So if you need to widen out, please do so. Inhale the arms out. Palms facing forward. Take a big inhale. Exhale over to the left this time. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. Keep rotating that left knee out. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left, dropping that right elbow to the thigh. And breathe. Weight is evenly distributed on both of those feet. Inhale up to the center. And exhale, step that right foot forward. And shake it out. And find your nice mountain pose. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let's step back to plank. Find a nice strong plank here. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Your heels are pressing towards the floor. You're not sagging down. You're not hiked up. Nice tight plank. And then let's drop to the knees for a knee plank. Flip those toes down. Now, rotate those elbows in, keep them nice and close, and slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Now, too high. We're going to move into Sphinx pose. So I want you to bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. So your elbow and shoulders should be in line. Your palms are flat on the mat. So make sure you've got a nice 90 degree. You don't have the elbows back and you don't have them forward. So make sure they're nice and in line. And then take a big inhale. I want you to press the hips and all 5 of the toes into the mat and lift the head and chest up. And breathe. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat, bringing the hands on top of each other. Drop the forehead on the back of the hands for just a moment. We're going to move into Salamvasana. Would you bring your hands back behind you, palms on the floor, and drop that chin to the floor. Take a big inhale, lift the head and chest up. Roll the shoulders back, lift the feet and the hands up, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Bring those hands on top of each other. Drop that forehead to the back of the hands. Now bring the hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, and press yourself up and back into a quick child's pose. You can have your arms out front. You can drop the forehead to the mat if that's available. You can bring your hands behind you, grasping the heels if that's what you'd like for your child's pose this morning. Take a couple of breaths. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, press yourself up. Let's come to seated. Now this morning I want you on, let's go to the wide edge of the mat so that your heels are on the wide edge and the back, your bottom is off. So wide leg here. Sitting nice and tall, making sure you're on those sits bones. Palms are on flat on the floor. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, keeping a straight spine. Begin to walk yourself forward. Now relax these thighs. Let them go. No, it's hard. You can go as far as you'd like. You can keep your hands on the floor. If it's available, you can drop your forearms. Now your feet are not flexed, but they're not just hanging either. So they're active. You should feel this all the way everywhere as well as your spine. And breathe. A few more breaths here. Slowly back away. Sitting nice and tall. Again, feet are nice and active. I want you to take a big inhale. Exhale, twist over to the right. And then inhale again. Exhale, walk your way down, reaching the chin towards the toes. Now keep this hip flat on the floor. You don't want the hip to lift, so keep it on the floor. And breathe. Reaching the chin to the toes. Again, remember, never go all the way. Find your edge and then back off. Give room to stretch. For when the muscles get the signal from the brain that it's okay to stretch. Gently back away. And then exhale, release to the center. Take a big inhale, exhale, twist to the right, left, that other side. Take a big inhale, and then exhale again, walk your way down, keeping a straight spine, this time not letting the right hip lift off the floor. Everything is nice and connected, you're reaching your chin to the toe, spine is nice and straight, and you're going to be able to recognize that you can go further on one side than the other. Again, not going as far as you can, finding that edge and backing away. And breathe. And slowly back away. Inhale. Exhale back to the center. Now bring your hands right behind the knees and then slowly lean back, bring those up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Now, you can get as close as you like with the soles of those feet nice together. You're sitting nice and tall. Hands can be on the ankles or you can grasp on the feet. Whatever feels better to you this morning. Sit nice and tall. Just hold here for a moment. Relaxing, letting go. With every exhale, release the thighs, release the buttocks, release the hips. And now moving into star pose. So slowly bringing those legs out in front of you. I want you to bring them as far forward as you can while keeping the soles of those feet together. Taking a big inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward, keeping the spine straight. And breathe. Chin is reaching towards the toes. You're not dropping the head to the floor. Lengthening the spine. And then slowly back away. And finding yourself turning around, back onto your mat. I want you to grab your block or your book, whatever you're going to use this morning. We're going to move into a supported bridge this morning. So pull your hips down towards the heels, your knees are bent. Slowly lower yourself down to the mat. And then grab your block. Press your feet into the floor. Hips up, and then place that block underneath your sacrum. I want you to get yourself nice and comfortable, so you may have to move that block some. And now this, sitting here in your bridge, your supported bridge here, helps you roll back onto those shoulders a little bit. Bringing the back of your head onto the mat. You can press those feet into the floor. And breathe. Again, opening the chest, opening the heart, back to a similar position that we started in when we began class this morning. A few breaths here. Relaxing, sinking in. And then now, slowly opening those shoulders up a bit. I want you to bend those Pick those feet up and bring the knees towards the chest. Check and see if you're in a comfortable position on your block or your book. You can even grasp the block of the book with your hands and lift those feet straight up to the ceiling for a supported shoulder straight. Your feet are active but not flexed. If your block is not in the correct position, you can always drop your feet and put the block wherever you need to, then bring the knees back up and then lift the feet back up. You find whatever is comfortable to you. Reversing the blood flow, the body. So that the heart does not have to do as much work, letting that blood just flow down the leg. Imagine it's like a waterfall. And then slowly bending those knees, dropping those feet down to the floor, pressing through the feet, shifting the hips up, and moving your block out of the way. And shifting those hips, getting yourself nice and comfortable, making sure you've got that nice curve of your spine. I want you to walk the feet to the edge of the mat so that the feet are nice and wide. Arms out to the side into a T position. We're going to do a hip twist instead of a spinal twist. So take a big inhale, keeping the feet flat on the floor. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Gaze is up at the ceiling or gently looking over the left fingertips, whichever feels better to you. Stretching out those hips. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, reset those hips. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, dropping the knees over to the left this time. Gaze is up at the ceiling or gently looking over the right fingertips. Inhaling back up to the center and exhale, resetting the hips. Heel toeing those feet back in and slowly lowering those legs back down. Out for just a moment. Letting the feet fall out. Just take a couple of breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. Taking a moment to find your way into the way you want to practice your Shavasana this morning. Maybe you would like to stay in this position, lying flat on your back. If that's uncomfortable to you, maybe you want to bend your knees, place a towel or a blanket or a bolster under the knees for some support. Maybe you want to cover up in a blanket. Give yourself a few moments to find your Shavasana. Again, let the breath come and go naturally. You're not trying to control it in any way. Just inhaling and exhaling naturally. I want you to bring your awareness to the forehead. Bring your attention there for a moment. Are you maybe wrinkling your forehead? Do you feel any tension there? Just relax that forehead. Soften it, let it go. And bring your attention to the jaw. You're clenching your teeth, grinding them maybe. Just relax the jaw. Let it unhinge just slightly. Releasing the tongue from the back of the throat and the roof of the mouth. Letting the shoulders sink deeper into the mat. Bringing your attention to the palms of the hands, letting the palms of the hands soften and relax. Maybe those fingertips curl up slightly. Now bring your awareness to the chest and the belly. Letting them relax, soften. Squeezing the buttocks really tight. And then letting them go. Softening the soles of the feet. Toes, tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the ankles are relaxing. The toes, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the ankles are relaxing. Right foot and left foot completely relaxed. The shins, the calves, the thighs, and the buttocks relaxing. The shins, the calves, and the buttocks relaxing. Right leg and left leg completely relaxed. Abdomen, rib cage, and chest relaxing. Lower back, middle back, and upper back relaxing. Your entire torso completely relaxed. Shoulder, upper arms relaxing. The wrists, palms of the hands and the fingers relaxing. Shoulders, upper arms, forearms relaxing. The wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands, and the fingers relaxing. Right arm and left arm completely relaxed. The throat and the jaw, cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The throat, the jaw, the cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The entire head completely relaxed. Whole body relaxing. Whole body relaxing. Whole body completely relaxed. The next couple of minutes, you don't have to go anywhere or do anything. This is your time. Let go of anything that you've got coming up, any worries you've got, any struggle. Just and floating away like a cloud in the sky. and relax. Awaken to your heart's contentment. One day, you'll awaken to discover your life is all you wanted and hoped it would be. Oh, you'll not find everything just the way you wanted it. It might not be the way you planned, but you'll awaken to your dreams of joy, love, and peace, your dream of freedom. You'll see beyond the illusions. You'll transcend your old limiting beliefs. You'll wake up and notice that your past is just as it is needed to be. You'll see where your today is good. You'll notice that you laugh a lot, cry a lot, and smile a lot. You'll look at tomorrow with peace, faith, and hope, knowing that while you cannot control some of you have possibilities and powers in any circumstance life may bring. The struggle you've lived with for so many years, the struggle in your heart, has disappeared. You're secure, at peace with yourself, place in this world. One, you'll awaken to your heart's contentment. Let that day be today. Take a deep breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, and roll your wrists and ankles. Bring a little movement into your body. Take another deep breath. Lift your arms up over your head. Give yourself a big stretch. And then bend your knees. Roll over to your favorite side, right or left, whichever one you need this morning. When you're ready, stretching your top leg out for balance with your head heavy, raise yourself up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in each of you. Namaste.